Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma faqqihna fid din wa 'allimna ta'wil. Allahumma iftah 'alaina hikmataka wa ishrah 'alaina min khazain rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Today my friend Muhammad Amri and I want to share about Musaylimah al-kazzab, and we both of us want to share to you all about him. The topic that we will discuss are first Bayratas Musaylimah, second about his personal life. We want to know more about it. For the Bayrata Musaylimah, the liar, in Arabic we call as Musaylimah, otherwise known as Musaylimah ibn Habib, died in 632, was a claimant of prophethood from the Banu Hanifah tribe, of which present-day descendants include the house of Sa'ad, among other Najd tribe, based on Diriyah in present-day Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He claimed to be a prophet and was an opponent of Islam in 7th century Arabia. He was a leader during the Ridda Wars. He is considered by Muslims to be a false prophet. In Arabic we call al-kazzab. He is commonly called Musaylimah al-kazzab, means Musaylimah the arch liar. For the personal life, Musaylimah was the son of Habib of the tribe Banu Hanifah, one of the largest tribes of Arabia that inhabited the region of Najd. The Banu Hanifah were a Hanafi Christian branch of Banu Bakr and led an independent existence prior to Islam. Among the first account of him describe event in the late 9th Hijri, the year of delegation, when he accompanied a delegation of his tribe to Medina. The delegation included two other prominent Muslims. They would later help Musaylimah rise to power and save their tribe from destruction. These men were Nahar al-Rajal bin Unufwa or Rahal and Buja'a bin Marara. In Medina, the deputation stayed with the daughter of Al-Harith, a woman of the Ansar from the Banu Najjar. When the delegation arrived at Medina, the camels were tied in a traveler camp, and Musaylimah remained there to look after them while the other delegate went in. He had talked with Muhammad. The delegation before their departure embraced Islam and renounced Christianity without compulsion. As was his custom, Muhammad presented gifts to the delegate, and when they had received their gift, one said, "We left one of our comrades in the camp to look after our mounts." Muhammad gave them gift for him also, and added, "He is not the least among of you that he should stay behind to guard the property of his comrade." On their return, they converted the tribe of Banu Hanifah to Islam. They built a mosque at Al-Yamamah and started regular prayer. During the Ridda Wars, which emerged following the death of Muhammad, Sajjah bint Al-Harith declared that she was a prophetess after learning that Musaylimah and Tulayha had declared prophethood. 4,000 people gathered around her to march on Medina. Others joined her against Medina. However, her planned attack on Medina was called off after she learned that the army of Khalid ibn al-Walid had defeated Tulayha al-Asadi, another self-proclaimed prophet. Thereafter, she sought cooperation with Musaylimah to oppose the threat of Khalid. A mutual understanding was initially reached with Musaylimah. Later, the two married and she accepted his prophethood. Khalid then defeated the remaining rebellious element around Sajjah and then moved to the defeat Musaylimah. The other story about him Imam At-Tabari recount the beginning of Musaylimah declaring herself a prophet when the messenger of Allah was in Medina. Then Musaylimah sent the Banu Hanifah there to listen to the recitation of the Quran by Muslims. After Musaylimah got the desired surah of the Quran, he changed it according to the shape of the surah, but the sound and meaning were very awkward. In the book Ajaib wa Taraif Abra At-Tarikh recount that Musaylimah once heard Surah Al-Asr each time. Then he claimed that he also has his own surah, which is Surah Al-Wabar, which means 4. Similarly, in the Quran, there is a chapter of An-Nahl, it means bee, that tell about the goodness and contents of honey. Then Musaylimah create Surah Ad-Difda, it means frog, which only tells about the habitat of frog in water. There are many other verses of the Quran that are changed according to the style of the language of the Quran, but they sound strange. When the support of the fanatic becomes stronger, he sent a messenger to the messenger of God that read from Musaylimah, the messenger of God, to Muhammad, the messenger of God, peace be upon you. Verily, I share with you a command from God, and verily for us half the earth, and for Quraysh half the earth. But Quraysh is an extreme people. Then the messenger of Allah immediately replied to the letter with his majesty word, in the name of Allah, from Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, to Musaylimah al-Kazzab, the liar. Peace be upon those who want to follow Allah guidance. Indeed, this earth belongs to Allah, and Allah has bequeathed it to whoever amongst his servants he will. The goods end is only for the close. Also, the presence of this letter to Musaylimah caused his hatred to swell and determined to fight the Muslim. When the group of Musaylimah grew larger, the messenger of Allah sent his majesty friend Habib to warn him. However, he became even more angry and taunted the prophet messenger, so that Habib will confess to Musaylimah prophethood. However, Habib died defending his faith rather than admitting the false prophet. For Musaylimah fought in the battle of Yamama and was killed by Wahshi ibn Harb. That's all from me.
His claim to prophethood. Musaylimah went with a number of his people, Banu Hanifah, from Al-Yamama to Medina in this year 9 after Hijrah, which is the year of delegation, as to saying we mentioned about how they meet the messenger of God. May God bless him and his family and grant them peace. The first, Musaylimah went with his people to meet the prophet, may God's prayer and peace be upon him and his family, where he used to say, if Muhammad assigns authority to me after him, I will follow him. When he met the prophet, may God's prayer and peace be upon him and his family, the prophet said to him with a piece of leaf in his hand, if you had asked me for the peace, I would not have given it to you, and you will not transgress the command of God regarding you. And if you turn back, God will punish you, that I may see in you what I saw. Second, Musaylimah did not meet the prophet, may God's prayer and peace be upon him and his family, as he remained with his people outside Mecca. The delegation accepted Islam and the mission to the prophet may God's prayer and peace be upon him and his family, and he ordered for him the same as what he had ordered for them. After he returned to Al-Yamamah, Musaylimah claimed prophethood and wrote a letter to the Prophet in which he claimed that he was a partner with him in prophethood, and it was that in it, for I have joined in the matter with you, and that we have half the land and Quraysh has half the land. In response to his message, the Prophet considered him a liar and sent Habib bin Zaid bin Asim to him, but Musaylimah killed him for not testifying to his prophethood. After the death of Prophet, the ground was available for Musaylimah, so he gathered some people around him and composed some measured prayers, such a basis of the Quran, and presented them to the people, including a frog, daughter of two frogs, provide what you provide. Your upper parts are in water and your lower parts are in clay. You do not hinder the drinker, nor do you disturb the water. Jahiz, one of the writer of the second cantonese, say about it, I do not know what motivated Musaylimah to mention her the frog, and why his opinion on her became bad, as he based his claim on what he revealed to him from the Quran. His law, Musaylimah married Sajah binti Al-Harith Al-Tamimi, who also claimed to be a prophet, and made her dowry the addition of the morning and evening prayers for their followers. He also made alcohol and adultery permissible for his followers and removed prayer from them, but he recognized the prophethood of the Prophet of Islam, his strength, and the value of his miracles. It was noted on the authority of Al-Jahiz that Musaylimah, before claiming prophethood, was going around some markets, such as the market of Al-Hira, and looking for ways to learn trick and spell, and he used some of them when he claimed prophethood. What was mentioned in the news is that Musaylimah went to bring about some of the miracles of the Prophet Muhammad, may God's prayer and peace be upon him and his family, but the result was the opposite. For example, it was narrated that he spat in a well and its water dried up, and a boy was to bless him. He wiped his head and knocked his head, and man was suffered pain in his eyes. He wiped his eye and was blind. His problem is with the Quraysh. After the death of the messenger of Islam, there were many Arab tribes that rebelled against the Quraysh, and refrained from paying zakat to the Caliph Abu Bakr. Among them were the tribe of Tamim, Rabi'ah Salim, and Al-Yaman, and the most famous of them were Abhalah Al-Ansi, Musaylimah bin Habib, Malik bin Nuwairah, and Laqid bin Malik, Sajah Al-Tamimi, Talha Khuwailid, Qarfa, and Abu Sajara Al-Sulami. Musaylimah bin Habib said in the presence of Osama bin Zaid and King Yahya Al-Kindi, who was the chief minister to his tribe, we lock up your wealth in our land, taking it from our rich and distributing it to our poor. The person responsible for his zakat was Al-Arash Al-Yashkari, who was the first to pay zakat in Islam. As for his wife, Sajah Al-Tamimi, she also withheld the zakat of Banu Tamim from the Quraysh, and she said to the person responsible for the zakat of the Banu Tamim, Malik bin Nuwairah, to withhold the zakat from the Quraysh, and Malik should be killed for this.